slide. Right, so RED 691, so that was released, I think, in June. So we did a kind of a pre-release in May at the Worldwide Data Vault Conference, and it was around Data Vault Express. So one of the big initiatives for WhereScape is Data Vault, and particularly Data Vault 2. So we may read earlier in the year that we've created a relationship with Dan Winstead, the inventor of Data Vault, and Data Vault 2. So we're working very, very closely with Dan, taking his feedback about how RED and automation should be applied to Data Vault. So Data Vault's a big thing. It's very big in Europe, so particularly Northern Europe. That's kind of Scandinavian countries, Germany, Denmark, Netherlands, Sweden and Norway. So there's a lot of interest in Data Vault there. What we're finding is globally that Data Vault is becoming a very, very popular paradigm in the US as well. So it's kind of jumped the Atlantic. And it's becoming a very, very popular modelling paradigm for your kind of enterprise data warehouse in the US. What we've also seen in New Zealand, I think, just talking personally from a kind of sales perspective and the conversations that we're having with our customers in New Zealand, definitely on people's radar in New Zealand, there's been, I suppose, a couple of vendors in the Wellington market who have increasing awareness of Wellington. So I'd say at the moment, Wellington, there's a number of people which are building data vaults, particularly in government. But this is catching on in Auckland. People are definitely considering the advantages of data vault. Just that flexible modelling paradigm. So it's a big focus for us. And what do we do? Well, we implemented objects and wizards and automation for the kind of core data vault model components, which is hubs, links, and satellites. I won't go into that. You can ask Nathan. He's got one at 0. He can tell you about. But essentially, those things have certain behaviours, and we built some automation around that so that you can get the speed. And that's a combination of 3D and RED. So there's the ability to model your data vault in 3D independently of implementing it, and then take that model and deploy it into RED and actually generate some code and get some data into data vault. The next big thing that the guys have released, and this is what part of the demo that I'll do just shortly, is multi-database support. So this is a long requested feature, and we've got done. So one caveat is that multi-database on a single instance, so you can't do it across multiple instances, multi-database on a single instance. We'll cover that off in the demo, how that gets set up in RED. Another big one is PowerShell support. So we probably made do with the command host scripts and command line stuff for a while now. PowerShell's been around for a bit. It's becoming a kind of lingua franca of scripting on the Microsoft side, very, very heavily used automation in Azure. So we brought that in, and it gives you some really interesting options, and I'll do like that as well. A sample of what you could do there. And what we brought in is update procedures with templates. It's extending what Nathan was saying. Actually, it's a very good rundown, Nathan, of templates and stuff. Or a huge job pre-sale potentially. That's extending that to normal code generation for objects other than custom, basically. So templates are where we try out our templating technology and try it out versus around custom, and that's for easy onboarding of these new platforms. But we're extending the use of templates through the product, and there's some huge benefits to separating the code generation from the kind of framework methodology side of RED, right, the data side. So that's 4 kind of big features. I won't think about the last one, but this, and we won't cover data vault. It's fairly tedious to watch someone do a data vault, but those are the kind of key features that we've done so far. It's just going to my arrow key, so I have to do it with the mouse. Previous releases, so just a quick summary, probably over the last sort of 2 or 3 releases, going back to beginning of last year, I suppose, it's like 5, I think. Custom targets, as Nathan said, so the ability to run DDL, DML, it's all about getting the code generation out of RED, making it flexible. And you'll see on the next slide we talk about kind of VNext, why we're doing that. You can now run, you may not know, Windows and Linux scripts on any target, so we can run these things against just about anything now. And a nice little one here I've got to throw in, you can find stuff in the object browser. So if you have quite a big environment, maybe heterogeneous, maybe running over Cloud Era or Redshift and SQL Server and whatever, then you can find stuff with the object browser. So it's a nice little feature there. So that one, and so I'll put it up there. 686, 685, the big things that came in were Hive support. So that's our kind of big data story. So being able to generate things on, well, Cloud Era, actually any big data platform that supports Hive. So that could be Napa, HD Insight, Fortin, Cloud Era, whatever. Okay, as long as it supports Hive, we've got some different versions on the website. So not too onerous. You're able to use the benefits of WhereScape, the methodologies, the paradigm, the interface, the familiar interface, to build big data infrastructure. And talking to some of our customers who actually implemented that, it's a big advantage of WhereScape to have a consistent interface, right? Your alternative is kind of these and a black green screen messing around in the timeline. So it's a good alternative. We put in Tony Keep support. There's just more defaults, more options. You can set, for example, if you've got a data store or normalized objects, you can set different subtypes that have different properties. So you might want to have just a normal insert update behavior on your data stores, and you might want row versioning on your normalized objects. You can set those defaults and have that generated in the code now. So it's actually quite useful. So the developers make mistakes. And it's just a new look and feel. Some of you who maybe on an old version of RED will see that. But VNext. Look, we've already implemented Redshift. There's a recent announcement. If you guys follow us on LinkedIn, us on WhereScape around the Snowflake announcement. So Snowflake's a new database technology. Been around about 5 years, I suppose. Relative newcomer to data warehouse analytical database technology on AWS. Very exciting. AWS have been working with the guys in San Francisco on making sure that our support for that's TPV. So very much a cloud focus here. We'll be increasing that support. HDW is another big one for the, we don't have a preference, AWS, Azure, we want to support our customers on both platforms. Azure DW is Microsoft answer to MPP scale out. We already support PDW, so this is actually quite an easy change for us. We're going to be continuing to work on the templates and the way we implement them, making it easier to work with the reading metadata, share parameters between databases and various other bits and pieces. Of course, we want to support the latest platforms. Microsoft will be releasing very soon, SQL Server 2017. We've tested it on Linux as well, so for those of you who are brave enough to run a production workload on SQL Server on Linux, we've got your back. My understanding is that we're bringing SSI support, SQL agent support to Microsoft, we can very heavily on that. It's quite interesting blog article about how they managed to achieve that without rewriting, 2, 3, 5 million lines of code in C++ code to run online. So I encourage you to go and have a look at that. It's quite interesting. Latest version of Oracle, I hope, is that the latest version, 12.2? Don't know. SAP HANA, Exasol. So, like I said, SAP, with our template technology, we're able to, these are just different languages. Very different sub-languages of an overall language, right? It's like Latin is the master, SQL, French, Spanish, it's kind of just these sub-parts of it. So there's some specifics about HANA and Exasol, which is another MPP platform that we can now bring on that support very, very easily because we can customise the templates. We don't have to mess around with the application code. The way in which you build a data warehouse in HANA and Excel, very similar to what you would do on any other platform. RED still has immense value and obviously the developer productivity, familiarity. One thing that we're seeing a lot of in the US is streaming. So we're bringing streaming to the product. We've got a limited preview in the next release, so otherwise we'll be ready to show what they've been working on. They've been working on it really hard over the last 12 months, getting some core infrastructure in place, and then kind of getting ready now to kind of share with kind of limited customers what we've been up to. So I think that one in particular, batch has always been to me an approximation of real life. Streaming is kind of real life in action. People now want to see their data as it's occurring. They want to see their analytics reflecting what's actually happening, what real life is. We've used batch as an approximation. I think people are slowly challenging that. The technology is there now to kind of move away or move on from a batch world. So we'll get into the demo. It's quite a simple demo. So what's it going to be? What are we going to cover? SQL, multi-database. I'll give you a quick overview and I'll just sort of take you through what I set up there. Very, very easy to do. I don't write a lot of code as CTO, I do a lot of research now, so even I found it actually quite simple to do. An overview of PowerShell. We'll do a custom load in PowerShell. So this can be quite useful when you don't have integration services, you don't have perhaps an ETL tool there. What I've done is what I have written for me is a PowerShell script that will interface with BCP basically. So you can get the client tools, the free client tools from Microsoft, put that on a machine using PowerShell, get the data, and use BCP to load it, right? No ETL tool required. And there's some clever things that you can do around that. So we'll take you through an example of that. I've built this on the Relational Database Service platform, and I've thrown some quick side over the top of it. Our head of analytics will be horrified at the simplicity of my visualizations, but I'll show you just how that works, and we can go through the options if we've got time. What does it look like? Before we quickly get into it. This is what I've created. We've got a food sales database, which I'll show you in a second. What I've done is though, I've separated RED metadata out. So RED metadata is not with the user data. We've got a loading stage database that's going to have a loading stage in it with stage separated by schema. Presentation database will be W, that's sort of schema as well. Quick side over the top, my surface in red, running down here with a scheduler. So that's that. Let's get rid of this and get into RED. So what I've done, and I'll show you in Management Studio first, right? So this is my, what's going on there? I might have to kill my PowerPoint presentation. That's good. So what I've got is, you can see that it's not a local SQL server, I'm using a micro RDS instance, so it's the 1 gig of data, so it seems to be able to 1 gig of memory, so it seems to be able to handle it. What I've created is a food sales database. I could have been on a separate instance, but for simplicity I haven't done that. I've got a RED database with metadata, stage database, you can see here. Let's expand it. Go to Wi-Fi. Here we go. So our metadata. My user tables that I've already created, and I'll just take you through creating those. So we've got RED metadata separate, stage for loading stage, BW database, and a local food sales as a source. That's just represented as connections, so I just need ODBC sources to each of these. So if we go and have a look. All I've got is an extract user ID. I'm just using SQL Server connectivity, SQL Server SQL user. And all I've got is just a database ID, right? So this works just the same as a linked server, really. It's just another database on a SQL instance. Very, very simple to set up. What I have set up though, and some of you may not have seen this, is targets. This is what we call this is essentially a schema. So what you can see there is I've got a load schema in the stage database. Okay, right, so I'll step all of that up. So RED will put these objects in the right place. Exactly the same for EDW. Alright, but I've only got one. Actually, I've got two schemas in there: a DDO and a presentation one, which is where all my facts and dimensions are going to be put. So very, very easy to set up. You can see there's limited connectivity here needed. I'm just doing linked database loads. Very, very simple. And those are just set up as normal connections. So if I just go back in there, they're not a data warehouse connection. There's only one data warehouse connection. That's where the RED metadata is. These are just additional connections. So let's get some data. I'm just going to build, I'm just going to connect to my food cells data source. I'm just going to build a dimension very, very quickly. While I build that dimension, I'm just going to show you an alternative way to get the regions table. I'm going to flatten out salespeople, basically create a load table and a load schema, stage table and a stage schema in my stage database, and then I'm going to create a dimension in the EDW database. And I'll show you how to load using the PowerShell script. So let's go and grab the regions table. It's very, very small. It's all just standard RED. I'm just going to call it region 2. You can see here our target location. That's EDW stage load. That's where I want to put it. Also got my data type mappings already created. Oops. 2. Keyboard is supposed to stop working. Surface. Oh yeah, there we go, it's back. That's just all the same. Now what I'm going to do for this, is I've already got all my data, I don't want to bore you with showing you how to create RED stuff, is I'm just going to use PowerShell to load this, right? So what I do, instead of using database link load, I'm going to use a script-based load. The script connection I'm going to use is Windows. I'm going to choose a template. I'll show you the base template after. So I've built a written form, an OBC BCP PowerShell script that is going to read the food sales OBC connection that I've already got set up. It's going to read that out to a local file, and it's going to run BCP, which is the client tools. It's all done in PowerShell. I just need to build that script. So it's quite similar to just building a normal Windows script. There we go. Build the script, you'll be familiar with that. I'm just going to create it. Our table, created in stage, load, the load schema, load region 2. There's no data in it. What else will be created? We've created a procedure, not a procedure, a PostScript. Here, alright, based off this template here. So this is kind of akin to the templating language that Nathan threw up there before. It's all done in the Pebble language. We have this looping construct where we're going to go and discover the columns essentially of the source table, build out, structure a data set and write that out. You'll see down here, where is it? Here we go. Here, there's my BCP in. Just going to load that file and whack it up. The thing is, because we've got these placeholders in it, this can be applied to any table. It's going to pick it up from the table context that you're working in. So I only need to do this once. So So let's actually load that data. Because I'm doing it locally, it's going to throw this up and do that. I wasn't. Here we go. So you can see this is kind of very BCP-esque, packet size and whatever. 4 rows copied. Here's my data. Here it is there, right? And there's the actual script that was generated, and there's some side differences. You can see here that kind of placeholder of for loops being actually replaced by the columns itself. Right? So the context of what I was doing, simply done a find and replace. Quite clever. So we've got that data. So we've kind of acquired everything. Let's kind of simplify this down a bit now. But you can hear. So the different colours, I can assign different colours to different schemas and different targets, so you can see what you're working in. I've made these orange. So let's change that to our stage and go and have a look. And I can set my default schemas there. So very quickly, I'm going to bring in the salesperson. 2. We're going to put that on stage this time. It's all very simple, straightforward. I can then flatten it out really quickly. So we will go territory ID, territory, region 2. Create it, and we'll go through and build it. You'll see some slight differences to some of you that were running on slightly older versions. But it's all just standard process. So we're going to join these on salesperson. Next, territory. You can see the total owner there. That region, where are we? Region to region. Done. Execute. Got all our data. Done. It's all there. And then if we want to just quickly build a convention based on that. Essentially, this time we will choose EDW presentation. Go OK. This is all kind of standard here, so nothing's changing here. Let's just build a procedure. OK. We get through this. Do we have anything else? I don't think so. This is all happening on my micro instance, 1 gigagram instance. It will handle it quite nicely. And there it is there. It's being created in our EDW database, in our presentation schema, so it's all just being handled under the same. So we're just grabbing things in the database. If you don't believe me, it is there. There it is. So it's very simple and easy to, I think, build multi-database solutions in RED now. I mean, you've got to decide yourselves how you're going to break the data up. I think that comes down to preference. I think you've got to just make sure you don't overcomplicate things. It is very easy to think that you need more and more and more databases. That is going to come with its overhead, so I think you need to be careful how you break it up. I mean, personally, I think loading and staying in one database is probably okay. You can separate the user stuff out into a separate database. The last thing I'll show you, what I did do as well is, you'll see down the bottom there I've got an object type called datasets. You wouldn't probably have seen that before. We've created a couple of new object types, custom 1, custom 2, which you can use. I've just renamed that datasets. If you've got data scientists in your organisation, they're probably going to, what I've done is flattened out my star schema that I'd already built into just a great big wide table. And I called it dataset sales orders, and then you can make that available to your business users as just a big denormalised set for something like Tableau. What I did, just because I was playing around on the cloud, there's my instance that I'm working in here at SQL Server Express. That's the amount of memory I'm using for what I've run the demo on. There's the product in AWS called AWS QuickSight. I mean, this is not really related to the demo, but it just shows you how easy it is if you're on the cloud. You can build things in the cloud, you can build things on a relational database service. It's very easy to plug a tool like this into the data set and have a bit of a go. So I've loaded that big flat table in. I can start messing around with this. Maybe I want to recalculate freight, have a look. Maybe I want to do that as a bar chart. Maybe I want to do it as a scatter plot, whatever. But it's quite a nice tool. It's quite basic, not a replacement for I think a Tableau yet, but it just shows you the integration that AWS and Microsoft and that want to do, on top of the database, on top of the database layer. So that's kind of the demo. I don't think there's too much else there. I will go through to questions. Thank you. If you found that useful. Yeah.
So with the data flow, so how, pros and cons, and how much changes do you need to make on the WhereScape RED to support that data flow?
Do you mean changes in terms of the developer?
Yeah.
So what you have to do to implement data vault inside RED?
Yeah. And then from the developer experience, I mean the ETL developer experience.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I don't think data vault's a thing to enter into lightly. Data vault it's primarily the raw vault is not designed for end-user querying, so it's really about ingest, rapid ingest, and a flexible model that can be extended rapidly and easily. Full history tapping, all of that sort of stuff. So there's some big benefits if you've got lots and lots of data sources where maybe you've got overlap between multiple CRM systems or complex environments are very, very useful. You will have to do work on top of it to make it queryable for business end users, because the data vault by in and of its nature tracks all change. So you can't just put a view over the top of it, a simple view, and go, there you go, they're going to get every single version of every row, so you're going to have to do some work on the top. So data vault is not trying to implement business rules specifically, particularly in the raw vault, but there is a concept called a business vault on top where you can define those rules and try and simplify the structure for end users. So I think it's a very, for the data ingest side, if you've got lots and lots of systems and those systems have commonality and a centralised model built on ingest can give you value, then you should definitely look at it. But in and of itself, it doesn't solve an end user problem. So you've got to be aware, you go down that route, you've still got to answer, you've still got to surface and work on that data for your business users. That could be a star schema, that could be some views if you need real-time data. There's a few different ways to kind of skin like that. But it's, every table in a normal form, in your normal relational database in your source system, there's probably going to be 3 tables in the data vault. It's going to be a hub, a link, and a stat minimum. So you end up with lots of tables. The flexibility doesn't come with, it's not a free lunch. I wish there was such a thing. Not even in sales is there a free lunch. So. Yeah. Good question, by the way. So, getting that.
this is just is the PowerShell script-based extractions. Is it proper way of extracting data from web services?
Look, I think the PowerShell it's a very flexible way of doing it. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. If there's a way of getting the data through an API from PowerShell, I think it's a really good use case for it, and you can script that so that you can bring in any metadata from RED to, like I did in the demo, to just generate a context-specific PowerShell script. So I think it is definitely a way to do that. Is it always the best way? I mean, I think mileage may vary. It just depends on whether there's a better integration that you can buy from a third party. But I think PowerShell is a very, very flexible way of doing it, and it's definitely something that you should look at and invest some time in perhaps building those things. I didn't need to use integration services loads there. Trivial example, but I could use free client tools from Microsoft, BCP, WhereScape command, and we could load the data. So yeah, good question. Well, I appreciate you're mindful, aren't you? That's okay. It's okay. Any other questions?
Mine, have you improved your data tracking, your impact reports? Some sites have got an awful lot of tables. It's a long time. There's no limits on it.
Yes, that's a very good question.
Maybe implemented recursive from the table expressions to retrieve the data.
That is in the pipeline. So there are other customers who've got large RED implementations. There's plenty of people in the same boat. So that has been raised. So I am
for a while.
Yeah. So my understanding is, if you've got a need right now to do something, we've got some scripts from the product team that I can send you. Yeah, well, you'll be okay. In terms of addressing that in the product, that has definitely been highlighted as something that needs to be addressed.
So it's certainly nice to have impact reports in RED now, not more recent versions, but
yeah, we want to put limits on it. Yeah, I mean, some people draw some horrendously complicated diagrams, and there needs to be a way of filtering it that's definitely been recognised by the product team, so yeah, we're working on it. Anybody else? Oh, probably made your pizza go cold. Sorry. Thanks guys, thank you.